people pay attention to that get you paid. For the masses, young fella. The people that's played this game, the people that's played that position, and I am one of them. Came in, was limited offensively when I first got started, yes. But my effort, day in, day out, possession after possession, made up for what my deficiencies was offensively. Always have. I went to college, I averaged 3.5 points. I couldn't hit my ass with both hands. Couldn't, right? Couldn't throw it in the ocean, landed. Hey, couldn't throw it in the ocean from the bank, from the fucking, couldn't do it,
couldn't
right?
Hit my ass with both hands.
So I know what it is to struggle offensively. I do. But your effort, young man, is unacceptable at this level. I've watched your games against Orlando, every game. I watched every game in this series and wanted to see if you was going to change anything about your approach. Mm-hmm. And you have not. Regular season is one thing. It's free-flowing. Everything is wide open for you to be the athlete that you are. But it becomes a time when that athleticism and those things are matched with other athletic people. Mm. And when those other athletic people play harder than you, they're going to have your number. You ran into that last series and you're running into it again. You don't play hard enough. You don't. You might think you are, young man. You're not playing hard. And you're hurting your team. There's no game that you play 25 plus minutes in, young man, that you should have.
Yeah, 8-2 the game before.
Under 10 rebounds. You just shouldn't. Right? You don't play hard. And Paul Reed is outplaying you, and he deserves your minutes.
For sure.
10 points and 8 rebounds, played the entire fourth quarter on overtime.
He deserves your minutes. I'm going to be the one to tell you, he deserves your minutes. Isaiah Stewart deserves your minutes.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Their effort is needed on that floor, and because you're an all-star and a potential all-NBA player, your coach is handicapped by playing you. Mm. They're not going to tell you this because they don't want to lose you and you to go in the tank.
Right.
I ain't got no horse in this race, young fella. Mm. I want to see you do well. Mm. I want to see you be the all-star and the all-pro player that you are. But you're not doing that. And it's your effort. Points and rebounds gonna come and go. You can control how hard you play every time you out there, bruh. Mm. And your demeanor tell me you don't care. From afar. I could be dead wrong, but I've watched a lot of basketball and been a part of a lot of basketball. And I can eyeball when I'm being bullshit. Mm. Mm. That physique, smoke and mirrors. Mm. Smoke and mirrors, young fella. Use it. Go watch film on people similar body type and athleticism and ability and see how they approach the game, man. From the Antonio McDyces, I can name the Ben Wallace, limited offensively. Look what he did. Reggie Evans, look what he did. Like, dude, you can do something different. You can change this, but it's on you to look in the mirror, man, and go help your team.
Let's move on to Dr. McCants.
Well, you know, aside from being the only person that picked the right team, what I seen came from a different lens. And
on just another basketball thing, like Ausar Thompson, right? You're another one out there. Like you doing everything you can defensively, young man. You're playing your ass off. You get 2 feet in the paint, young man, you got to shoot the ball.
Yeah, he's scared.
You are hurting your team, right? Cade making the right play. He don't need you to hockey assist all the time.
Right.
Put the ball on the rim, man. Go. You're more athletic than most people. You can put it on the rim, go back and get it if you're not confident in the first shot. But at times, your team is playing 4-on-5 offensively. You got to put the ball on the rim, young fella. Like, you get 2 feet in the paint, make a miss. Get yourself opportunity, man. Like, it's tough.
Is he putting them in a bad spot?
Yeah.
I'm talking about, are they aiming in a bad spot?
No, they put him in a position to succeed, I believe. I don't know if his confidence is not there with his offensive ability yet. Like, he shoot the corner three sometime if you're wide open, I get that, but there's other plays to be made in the paint in certain situations last night, you overpassing at times.
Yeah.
Right?
All right, man, we moving and grooving this morning. I didn't know what I was going to talk about. I'm rushing looking for something. And I remember I had a clip from Kenyon Martin. You know, he was talking about Jalen Duren on Gill Arena. They got a couple of my people on there. I like Gill as a hooper. I mean, obviously Detroit, most people in Detroit love Brandon Jennings. That was a great little small era in Detroit where we felt like we was about to bounce back, and then he got hurt. Then we got Reggie Jackson, and then went down the fucking drain. You know what I mean? But it was, Detroiters love Brandon Jennings. I loved him in college. You know, well, in high school when he was, about to go to college, I think he couldn't get the SAT, ACT to go to Arizona. He went overseas, so I was a huge fan. I still, him, Sebastian Telfair, OJ Mayo, Bill Walker, Lenny Cook, Bron. That was my high school era. Derrick Rose, Eric Gordon. Okay, but check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist. And Kenyon Martin had 2 comments, one on Ausar Thompson, one on Jalen Duren. And, he could speak from a guy who wasn't offensively inclined, right? Eventually, he learned to shoot the ball and expand his offensive game enough not to be a lot of liability on the floor. And that is a fact. But, like he said, I couldn't shoot. I couldn't do things, but I had effort. And right now, he says Jalen Duren not giving that effort, which leads me to believe Jalen Duren is dealing with an injury. We know Stu is injured with the calf, but that leads us to believe that I believe Jalen Duren is dealing with an injury. I'm going to be transparent here. I believe he's dealing with an injury, So, because effort ain't been, or it could be a death in the family, or, it could be whole problems. We don't know what it could be. But I really don't just think it's how they defending him. Maybe the moment could be too big. It's weighing on him mentally. And he just got to get through that mental hurdle of the playoffs. Am I ready to wipe him off? No. You know what I'm saying? Am I ready to get him the max? No. But I take Bam or Walker Kessler over him right now. We can have that conversation. Definitely Bam, right? Especially if Walker Kessler cheaper, right? We can have that conversation. But in general, I agree with a lot of people and some people in general, comment section on the internet. Like, Rome wasn't building today. Everybody ain't perfect. This is something that he's just going to have to get over and move on. But I know for a fact that the organization of the Pistons, they wasn't too fond of him to begin with. And it's a reason that, Cade Cunningham took him under his wing this season and was training with him because he got 1 foot out in the door, 1 foot out the door. I'm saying that right now because they could have got him for $25 million last year. I really believe they could have got him for like $25 million, 4 years, $100 million, and that would have been a good deal. People say he bet on himself and he won. Well, in the playoffs, if we're going to be a championship caliber team, and we playing with house money right now, and I'm going to do a video on that, whether they get eliminated tonight or not. I'm going to do a video on that. They playing with house money. Okay? So, I get what people say, well, he's still young, he can get through, and he can get through this. I mean, he's one of those athletes that he still grew a couple inches. People forgot that. He grew a couple inches. He's still a growing man, his offensive game, there's no way to discourage to think he can't expand his offensive game. The jump shot, I think looks pretty good. There's nothing mechanically wrong with it. The speed, the athleticism, I'm going to go out on a limb and say he injured, but that's why he's not giving that effort. I believe it's an injury. Now, your boy can be wrong, but if it's not an injury, Kenyon Martin is 100% right. Where's your effort? When you can't outskill him, I see this in boxing all the time. When you can't outskill your opponent, you must outwill your opponent. There's plenty of fighters that's been far less skilled than their opponent in the octagon, I'm pretty sure too. And your determination, your will to win. Now, it's at the point where you got to will it. If you go out with 6 fouls, trying, I don't think anybody get mad. Where's your head at? Is it an injury? Where is it at? And at the end of the day, that's just a question. Only the Pistons know that question, if he injured or not. Now, He spoke on Ausar Thompson being a liability. And somebody in the comment section was like, yeah, so Ausar can't finish at the rim. I see what you're talking about now, player. My bad. I see exactly what you're talking about. Whoever, if I remember who made that comment, I apologize. Because he's hurting the team. And they be like, well, we playing 5-on-4 out here. Realistically, you're really playing 3-on-2. I mean 3-on-5. Because Jalen Duren ain't giving you nothing offensively. Excuse me. So it's a liability. And Duren has showed that he can step up and he can make some plays out there on the floor. But Ausar Thompson, he's right. Look here, you quicker than most, you faster than most, you stronger than most. Don't worry about going to the free throw line. Don't worry about being this free throws. Just attack with authority, attack with strength, attack with, and he's missed more bunnies than anybody this series. He's missed more putbacks, layups. Just go up with confidence. Go up strong with confidence. He needs to attack and get downhill. And I think, him running that baseline a little bit more is going to help the Pistons a lot more. Crash the boards. Attack. Like, he can handle the ball. He quick. He got control of his speed. He's not one of them dudes who fast, who don't got control. Just go up and finish. And they're right. Amen Thompson is way more far ahead offensively. And that's hence why Amen Thompson probably went before him in the draft. But at this point, you have to go out there and just crash the boards. Crash the board. Attack the rim. Attack. Put pressure on the defense. They're going to be willing to give Ausar Thompson the paint. I'm telling you that right now. They're going to be willing to give him the paint. They're going to be willing to give him, a layups, and they're not even going, if he run that baseline, they're going to be willing to get that to him. I promise you, they're going to be willing to get that to him. Real talk, but, he got to be more aggressive. So I agree with Kenyon Martin. But hey, thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist, hit the link in the description, the link tree, say find me everywhere, X, Facebook, Kick, Instagram, the whole 9 piece.